Years ago in a small town, a Māori boy was caught stealing lollies at the local Four Square store. He was labelled a thug and made a state ward. He was 10 years old. Put in a boys' home, he was physically and sexually abused. He spent long periods of time in isolation. He would spend months in a single cell, and whilst there, his parents died. When he was let out, he was sent to live with a series of strangers who also physically and sexually abused him. He was to spend time in and out of prison. He was an old man by the time he made contact again with his whānau. By then he'd lost so many things: whānau, whakapapa, language and childhood. We know more than 100,000 children and vulnerable adults were put into state care over the last 40 years. The first homes opened in the 50s, and by the 70s, half the children in state care were Māori children. In 1978, 89% of the admissions to Hokuyo were Māori and Pacifica. In 1985, Māori boys made up 78% of all the children in care across the 6 social welfare homes in Auckland. Boys sought the protection of gang affiliations whilst in care. Many of those lost boys tell us that those gangs themselves began in boys' homes. By the time they left, many had mental health problems and were more likely to offend than if they'd never entered into state care. Scores of young men in prison spent some or all of their childhood in state care. Today, Māori New Zealanders make up more than half our prison population. A damning indictment on a system that is many more times likely to arrest a person if he is Māori. We need an inquiry into what went on in our state institutions because it is the right thing to do. History will always be on the side of the children who were abused, not the people who abused them or the people that allowed the abuse to happen. An apology and an acknowledgement of what happened is a fundamental part of justice. The other part is learning from the past so we don't make the same mistakes in the present. If for nothing else, we need to remember that to this day, that boy has received no justice for the brutality he received at the hands of his own government. He and all those who suffered in our state institutions, regardless of ethnicity, deserve justice.